Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome back to our Solidarity Beyond 2021 training session today. Yeah, I see a lot of familiar faces as usual. All right, Patrick Benket is here. Welcome, Judy is here as well. Judy from Penang, if I remember correctly. Yeah, thank you so much once again to tuning in. I believe that a lot of our negotiator is already got back to business. Some of them already gotten their meeting letter, I suppose. So for those who are here today, I'm sure either you are waiting for your appointment while tuning in, or maybe today you do not have any appointment. So whether or not, okay, for today's sessions, very, I think we will want it to be casual. At the same time, we want to take it very seriously as well. Okay, today's topic is recover, recoup, and excel. All right. So since the market is open back, I hope that everyone can, after this session, can capitalize on the pent up demand lah. All right. So before I go to the topics for today, all right, for those who are new here, who are first time tuning in, please register yourself. There's a QR code here. For your information, this Solidarity Beyond 2021 platform is brought to you by three agencies in Solidarity, CBD Properties, Esprit Estate, and Profia Property. All right. Hoi Kong tomorrow, Caroline. Yeah, Hoi Kong already, Hoi Kong already. Oh, yeah, that's a very good news. Yeah. All right. Move to the next slide. We have our social media platform as well. You guys are either tuning in from our Facebook or from our YouTube. Besides that, we also have our community group as well. All right. Those who have not joined, do search our Solidarity Beyond 2021 community group, where you can submit your application and we'll get approved lah. All right. And also we have Instagram as well, whereby you can keep track of our daily topics. Yeah. And last but not least, we have this WhatsApp group as well, whereby all uh, our agents, our community are there to network, to share their listings, right, to update our property market. And we have this YouTube channel as well, whereby all our recorded training is there. All right, let's move on to the regulation. Okay, as usual, we have been repeating this since the first sharing training session. Okay, be aware of chat bombing, no ads, postings. Okay, no share of listings here. If you have any questions, do post it in the comment chat box. We are very welcome all the question ins and we can answer you. All right, be participative. Okay, thank you so much once again to everyone. All right. Besides that, yeah, because I see today's numbers are a little bit low. We have only 16 so far. Please like our Facebook here, this live channel, and also share it out to your personal Facebook wall or your Facebook group, other Facebook group as well. So get more people in. That's very important. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. Okay, today's topic, me and Audrey will gonna co-share on this topic: recover, recoup, and excel. How you can maximize your sales for the rest of 2021. Okay, we are back to business, like Caroline said, Hoi Kong already tomorrow. In fact, some of the negotiator Hoi Kong even earlier. All right, I think some of you gotten the meeting letter a couple of days ago, so they cannot start. They cannot wait to start work already. So for today's topic, we would want to share more on this, okay, how you can capitalize on the demand, the upcoming demand, because data shows that when the markets open up, there will be a lot of inquiries. In fact, from agency point of view here, we also receiving some cases coming in already. Okay, so before I introduce Audrey up, can everyone hashtag solidarity beyond 2021? Paul has done it. Okay, I think some of you have done it already. For those who have not, can you do a hashtag? Hashtag, yeah. Okay, hashtag solidarity beyond 2021. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, all right. So this is our hashtag. This is very important. Our tagline. Time to chiong. Yes, Audrey. Okay, all right. Let's welcome Audrey here. Hi, Audrey.
Hi. Afternoon. Terence can hear, right?
Yep, yep. Yeah,
Okay.
very good.
Okay. Thank you so much, Terence, and good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. And yeah, I was just looking at the comment section. Okay. Time to restart our business. I also say time to chiong. Okay. So over the last, I think almost 90 days. Am I right? Okay. I've lost track of time. We have been online diligently 3 p.m. every day without fail. Thank you so much for your support. All right, without you guys online, we wouldn't be here. Right. So today, what I'm going to share with everyone, recoup, recover, and excel. Okay. So if you were to look at the photo right in front of you in the slide there, so this person is actually obviously a runner. So I like to put things in perspective. So over the last 3 months, we were not allowed to run. So we are all runners. Okay, just imagine. And the fact that we were not really able to run, that will somehow, reduce our what do you call performance when we start running. So in all business, we have been in lockdown for 3 months. Okay, so that's almost a good 1 quarter. Yeah. And we all know that when we are back in business, it cannot be just things just turn around 360 degrees or 180 degrees and things go back to normalcy. Yeah, so you will need a bit of time for things to pick up and for us to adjust as well. So having said so, the fact that we were locked down for 3 months, so how much business have we lost? To me, it will be more than 3 months. Usually, and I always say that, in this real estate, when we are away for 1 week, it will take 2 weeks to actually recover. And if we are away for a month, it will take about 2 months to recover. So, and we all know that today, in this moment of time when market has changed, it's all about speed, right? So can you imagine 3 months that we are locked down? Would it take more than 6 months for us to recover our business? So then what can you do to actually recoup the loss of business, and how can you really speed up your recovery rate so that you can still meet the target that you have set for yourself for the whole of 2021? Obviously, we did not come into 2021 with the expectation that we are going to be a lockdown for 3 months. And to be very honest with everyone, when we got locked down somewhere in June, right? Okay. I probably thought that it's just going to be a month. Okay. Obviously, I was wrong. Okay. And so, can you imagine 3 months and how long do we need to recover? To me, from my perspective, we have lost about 4 to 5 months of business. And, if we do not step up, we'll probably take about 6 to 9 months to actually recover. And that will be a good 1 year. So are we just going to let the rest of 2021 just fade away? Obviously, the answer is not. So now we are coming into the month of September. So we have September, October, November, December. Just 4 months to hit our target that you have set. So is that achievable? Is that doable? Never say no, never say never. Okay. Statistics have shown last year, somewhere in July, August, the market has picked up tremendously. Are we going to see that again? I really wish I have a crystal ball. Okay. And if you ask me, I'm kind of positive that, definitely the volume of transaction would be back. There's a pent-up demand. But from my perspective, this time round, it will be slightly different. So more effort, more energy is actually needed. Okay, so so finally we are officially back, or were we in the cocoon? Okay, so this is a distinction, the difference between the first lockdown last year, MCO1, and this lockdown, I'm not sure whether it's still called FMCO or not, but we have been locked down since the month of June. Now, the first lockdown last year, I believe it happened somewhere either 16 or 18 of March, where the entire nation were actually literally locked down. Okay, so the economy actually come to a stop. But if you look at this time, the lockdown since about 2.5 to 3 months ago, there were quite a lot of businesses that was actually deemed essential. Yeah. So if you ask me, did the market stop? The market did not stop. The fact that our business is not deemed essential until just about a couple of days ago, 23rd of August, probably about 5-6 days ago, technically, all right. So why did I say were we in a cocoon? I visualize, and this is what is happening to all of us. We are not allowed to carry on with our business. The market is still there, yeah, and the demand is still there. And the only thing is, it become very, very difficult for all of us to actually realize the demand. Yeah, so that is the difference between this lockdown and the last lockdown. The last lockdown, basically, everything come to a halt. But in this lockdown, partially, so we are the only one that is being put in the cocoon, and that's it. Yeah, and so did the market stop this time round? From my perspective, the answer is no. The market didn't stop. The only thing is, we will stop. So basically, yeah, our business in terms of operation, literally were halted because of safety wise. Okay, so let's not go into the debate. Yeah, and so a lot of agents were very anxious over the last 2 months, and we are all very eager to go back to work. So the big question now is, are we ready? Are you really ready, or have you been doing it enough? Even if you have not been doing enough to get yourself ready, it's never too late. The moment if you feel that it's too late, that will be the moment that you're going to lose it all. Yeah. So the market didn't stop. The demand is there, and so let's look at a bit of a volume of transaction. So of course, in 2019, things were a lot rosier. Am I right? I remember in 2019, I've been telling everyone, year 2020 will be where the market will swing back. Never in my wildest imagination, that I would have thought that we will be in the lockdown, or the whole world as well. So, and I say this many times in even up to December 2019. Okay, when I was watching a bit of a YouTube of people in Wuhan, okay, that got themselves locked down, and so it did not really impact me at that point of time that the whole world would be locked down. Okay, so when it came to March last year, the realization just came. All right, in fact that the fact that we were locked down. So were we prepared? I think most of us were not prepared. So whatever plans that we have was actually severely disrupted out of the window, and we all have to start from scratch. Am I right, so to speak? So when it comes to this second lockdown, generally this is how I feel. Quite a lot of people, the sentiment is, okay, we are more prepared in terms of what to do and what not to do. But the big question is, are we prepared to be back to business? So if you look at Q1 2019, 84,000, obviously 2020, 72,000, 2021, 80,000, that is Q1. So one of the main reasons is this: when you look at the Q1, of course, when you look at 2020, is January, February, March. All right, so, and we got locked down somewhere in the middle of March last year. So obviously the volume of transaction is going to be less than 2021, because January, February, March this year, we were not locked down, right? And until somewhere in June. So obviously the data is just going to show a lot better, or marginally better, I wouldn't say a lot better, for Q1 2021 as compared to Q1 2020. So then the big question is, how about the remaining of this year? Yeah. So is it going to is the total volume of transaction is going to be on par as of last year, or could it be even more, or is a lot less? I don't have the answer for you. Okay. But there's one thing, okay, that I will feel. Market will go down severely. Some recently there was a big hoo-ha, in the media that property prices has dropped by 50%, and it's going to be the end of it. I also read an article about MM2H, and in one of the magazine that says that because of the change of MM2H is going to be a doom to the property market. There were so many billions of ringgit that MM2H, participant has actually brought into the Malaysia market, blah, 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 blah. So you have all this doomsday story. I'm not saying that it may not happen, but the thing is this. Think about what you have gone through over the last 3 to 4 years or 4 to 5 years. Market has been challenging, yes, in a way, but it's more of like the market sentiment. But if you look at the volume of transaction, we all know that in 2018-19, the market volume of transaction is higher than 2017. Of course, when you are in the pandemic, needless to say, it will be affected. Just imagine this, okay? Just imagine this. There is still enough volume of transaction out there for you to be able to close the deal. And the most important thing, the most important question will be this: are you ready to capture the transaction? So, so data itself, to me, doesn't really make anything unless you make sense of the data. So how do you make sense of the data? If I were to show you Q1 2021, let's just say the volume of transaction is about 130,000. So do you think that you are more confident? Maybe yes. Am I right? So you probably think that the piece of pie is much bigger. Okay, and I always tell agents on the ground, okay, it doesn't matter how big of the pie is. The biggest question is, how much are you going to eat? I was actually yesterday during after dinner, I was talking to someone that is planning to come into this industry, has zero knowledge about real estate, being a real estate negotiator, and the very question that he asks is always very expected from my perspective. Are there enough people buying? Will there people buy? Market is so bad. Hey, the project that you're doing, is it exclusive? How many percent is sold? So there's only 10% left. Is that enough for everyone to close the deal? You see, you have all these limitations, but look from the other perspective. Yeah, the market is still there. The market did not stop. Yes, volume of transaction, if you ask me this year, in my perspective, we will be so happy if the volume of transaction remain the same as 2020. Okay, if it's going to drop a little, I am not surprised. If it's going to be more than last year, it will be a bonus to you. It may not be, statistic is a representation of the overall market. What about your performance? Yeah, so we know there are agents who still perform quite pretty good during this 3 months lockdown. Especially those who have actually gone online and do digital marketing and even sales online as well. Yes, you can do that. If you have not been doing that, it's never too late. Yeah. So as I say, we were halted to capture transaction. This is what happened over the last 3 months. So imagine we are fishermen and the school of fishers are still out there in the sea. Okay, and so the only thing is that we can't, sail our fishing boat out there to just catch a fish. Am I right? And so the situation is, the boats that has been on the beach for too long, for 3 months, things will get rusty. Okay, so it's more of like you need to restart now. Okay, so other than recouping the loss of business over the last 3 months, the fact that we were halted to capture the transaction, the economy, yes, even though it's affected, quite by far and large, a lot of other businesses were not deemed not essential, and so the demand will still be continuous. Will there be a spike? I believe so. Not so much about because the demand just go up, is because we are now able to capture the transaction. There will be more transaction happening based on the demand. So now the next thing is to recover. Okay, you need to recover. We all need to recover, is because we're going to set sail our fishing boat out there. Okay, certain parts of the boat may not be at the tip-top condition. Okay, so this is the point where you got to be very alert. You got to be able to identify, which are the area that you need to brush up, And obviously, those who have been attending the 3 p.m. session over the last 90 days or so, I am sure there are some tips and some pointers that you can actually take back. You know, you will always start be a food for thought. You think about it and then implement it, execute it. You will be able to see a better result. Yeah. Okay. So now, so this is where we are going to face. Okay. So it's like between the devil and the deep blue sea. All right. The fact that why is that so is because we were locked down. Okay, we are not allowed to go for appointment, and now that we are allowed to go for appointment, the sea out there is always rough. Am I right? Then okay, even before the pandemic, by far and large, this business is always challenging to a lot of people, especially for those who start executing. Okay, for those who did not execute, it wasn't a rough sea because they have not even sailed up to the sea. All right. So the moment they sail up to the sea and they see a huge wave, most of the time is they'll turn around, and that's why they drop out of the industry. But those who have been sailing all this while, okay, into the sea is never come. Yeah, you know, there's so much of wave. So what can you do? All right, this journey through the rough seas. So we are all going to set sail back into the sea again. So if you look at the couple of photos over here or pictures over here, marketing is one that is super highly important. Your marketing shall never stop. I say this many times. Sales will come after marketing. If you do not expect sales to happen if you do not do enough marketing, and the marketing has to be continuous. You cannot stop marketing. What do I mean by marketing? Simple lead generation. Have you been advertising over the last 3-4 months, or do you think that, hey, now I need to be I'm allowed to be back into the business, then I will start looking into advertisement? Yeah. Now again, it may not be too late, but your recovery rate will be longer. Okay, and you may not recoup as much of the losses that we have lost of business over the last 3 to 4 months. Okay, so marketing highly important. I shared this before in a couple of weeks before. This is a business you need to invest not only your time. Okay, and I always say this. Each and every one of us, we have spent a lot of time in this business. Okay, our time is worth a lot more than the couple of thousand of ringgit that we could dump into Facebook marketing, into property portals, into whatever lead generation it is. So, so think about it. Marketing is one that you need to ramp it up. You really need to, because we only have about September, October, November, December. 4 months. Okay, so in all businesses, yeah, we have to realize our revenue. This is realizing revenue. So realizing revenue, you imagine if you were to close an S&P case, averagely it take about 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Am I right? To have the S&P that's being signed. So whatever bookings that you have in September, October, November, December, September, October, November. By end of November, if you were to close your S&P cases, by end of December, only you will realize your revenue, right? So in other words, if you ask me, yeah, for the rest of this year, we only have 3 months of business left, you know. That's about it. So, so now, do we get panic? Well, don't. Okay, the 3 months, the next 90 days is going to mean a lot to all of us. Every single second, start counting. All right, not today, probably about 2-3 days ago. Okay, so remember that 90 days to be able to for you to capture the sales, so that by end of December you can realize your revenue. Now, number 2, if you look at what is happening, look at the lady over there. You know, is in a Zoom call. Okay, now the world has changed. All right, the way people behave very different, because safety is a concern. Just this morning, I wanted to set up a meeting between two person in Penang. I'm not in Penang. So, one of our colleagues is actually in Penang, and I wanted to link him up with someone that I know. And the person that I wanted to link up, she's not too comfortable in meeting up because of safety concern. So then what can you do? Do you allow that to stop things from happening? Get into a Zoom call with your client. Get into a phone call with your client. Yes, because sales is not about someone come for viewing, make an offer, and you negotiate. Because before someone make an offer, you need to actually convince your client to be able to make an offer. So that part of convincing is what I call the sales speech or sales proposition. Yeah. So you can do that if your clients are not comfortable. Get into a Zoom call with them. Get into a phone call with them. Get into a WhatsApp call. All right. Lately, I hear people are telling me that, hey, I'm not very familiar with Zoom, but everyone's using WhatsApp. Am I right? There's this thing called the WhatsApp call. Okay, seeing someone digitally over the other end is better in my perspective than just a phone call. Yeah, so we all naturally progress from what? From pager, all right, to mobile phone, to SMS, to WhatsApp, to Messenger, to Zoom. Okay, so we are the era of Zoom. Okay, or it can be any other platform, that you can do video conferencing. Okay, so that is highly important. Now, the third thing is this: follow up. Follow up. You will never know who will buy. Okay, I was just going through the record of some of the sales done yesterday. Yesterday, we have a session of project marketing sales online. And so the report came in. There was 9 units that is being booked. And so I was just glancing through this morning. And now sudden, I saw someone that I know. And it's actually my client, And never in my wildest dream that I know that he will buy that type of property. So it's actually an apartment of just about 600,000-700,000. And this client of mine has been investing in a lot of industrial properties. Easily, his net worth will be about 10 million. Okay. And so I decided to call him this morning. Paul, his name is Paul. So I said, hey, Paul, is that you? Because his name is quite unique, the rest of the name. So he said, yeah. And the thing is, I said, I understand, hey, Paul, why do you buy this property? So a reason was actually given. So it's valid enough, all right? So what I'm trying to say is this: you will never know when your client is ready to buy. You will never know when what type of property your client will buy. Never make a perception and assumption that your client would not buy. Okay, maybe too small or maybe too large. You have to follow up. Okay, and I say this before: sales is relational, not transactional. Okay, the fourth thing that you need to take note when you want to recover faster in terms of your business will be stay focused. Okay, that part is how do you stay focused? Well, you can do the same thing over and over again. So that was a quote that I saw, I think by Albert Einstein. So insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and giving you the same result. So how do you stay focused so that your result is better? Or how do you even stay focused? To me, it's a reverse engineering. If you want to stay focused, you've got to be committed. And if you want to be committed, you must be accountable for yourself, okay, so that you can be accountable for your family. Am I right? So if you want to have that accountability, you have to start from you, ourselves, responsibility. If we are not responsible for ourselves, we will not be accountable for others, okay, even for ourselves as well. Then how can you be committed? I just give you one simple example. A lot of agents will always say, I want to earn 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 1 million in a year. I wouldn't call it wishful thinking, but it's something that is plucked in the air from the air and it's just going to just poof, disappear in the air. Are you doing enough? Are we doing enough? Are we committed enough? Are we responsible enough for ourselves? Start with responsibility. People who struggle with commitment, from my perspective, is because there is lack of responsibility for themselves. and thus they cannot have accountability, and it will not lead to commitment. The other photo that you see, all right, the two person signing. Hey guys, all right, this is time for closing deal. Okay, you got 3 months. Okay, whatever people that is trying to make a decision to buy, very likely they've already thought of what property to buy because they have been talking to a lot of agents or even to you as well. So now, right now, we are back into the business, means you are back to, legally, you are able to be back to closing the deal. All right. So if you have been doing your marketing, has been talking to your client, over the last 3 months, now it's time to close the deal. All right. Closing speed has to be there. And the last photo on the right is you just got to ramp up, okay, in whatever that you do. Okay. So that's why I put that you have to times two the speed of how you have been carrying out this business from January, February, March, April. Okay, so from January, February, March, April, if you have been having a fairly good time, you have been closing enough deal to even have a saving, then come in June that you get locked down. Now that you are back, we are allowed to sail to the sea. You got to make sure that you do everything, double up the speed, or triple up, or quadruple up, all right, or 10 times the speed. Now, the point that I'm trying to make is this: things got to move faster if you are in the recovery rate. Yeah. So okay, let's move on to the next slide. So normalcy living with COVID-19. Okay, life will never be the same again for now. Okay, would it be the same again in the future? Let's not even talk about COVID. All right. So lately we have been listening to a lot of statement that hey, we got to start living with the virus. Yeah. So if it's not the virus today, it will be something else tomorrow, and that's just how life is. Yeah. So so then what are we going to do? Okay. Now while we are all back into the business, yeah, there is a lot of support system that is actually needed as well. Okay, so that's also part of the reason why we have this solidarity beyond 2021. It's a community. We want to stay in touch with everyone. This is a community building and the community support as well. But having said so, we are in the pandemic. So when we're in the pandemic, means safety is highly important. So so over the last couple of days, we have been having meetings within the management and the leaders and the key people on coming up with the SOP, because there is one thing, all right, safety of everyone, safety of yourself. We all know that lately, we know a lot of people that we know that has been infected or did not make it when they're infected. Yeah, so so what I'm going to do is we will share the SOP for agents on the ground and also for officers as well. That is part of ESP, and I will pass the session to Terence. Okay, and Terence will be sharing with everyone the SOP, and the important thing is remember, okay, health is important, safety is important. So I will pass the session to Terence.
Thanks, Audrey. Yep. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you for so much tuning in, still staying. Okay. I'm going to share of the SOP and for our negotiators and the officers as well. But before that, you can see on the slides, right? There's two things: commercial decision and health safety. Health safety. So which is more important? Let me just ask the ground: which is more important to you? Your business or health? All right, your business of health. If it is your business, press 1. It is health, press 2. Let's see any responses. Yeah. Which one is more important to you, your business or your health? All right, I don't see responses here though. Okay. All right. No response coming in because it's very hard to choose, right? It's very hard to choose whether business is more important or health is more important. Yes, Nasir, both are important. Correct. Yeah. And to me, in my own perspective, I think both are equally important. We can't have choosing one and compromise the other, because as you can see now, the cases is still 20 over 1,000. Yeah, and when is it going to go down? Very hard to say, because yes, our vaccination deployment are getting faster. All right, I think most of you here has been vaccinated, fully vaccinated, right? So we can see that, but surprisingly, the case are still 20 over 1,000. And when it will go down, very hard to say, because are we going to wait until it becomes zero? Only then we go start to start run back our business. Okay, if we only have to wait until it become zero cases, only then we start back, maybe you have to wait another 1 or 2 years. Yeah, so it's very very important that to understand that uh, this is a new norm. Okay, this is a new norm. We have to live with the virus already. We have to live with the COVID. So in order to do that, it doesn't mean that when you run business, you have to compromise on your health, or you really concerned about your health, then you cannot run your business. There is always a solution. All right, there's always a solution. Hence why today, why I want to share on the SOP is because life has to go on, business has to continue, right? At the meantime, we can take extra precaution to make sure that our health, our safety is not being compromised. Yeah, we can't lose either one, like Mr. Ting is saying. Yeah, life is very important, whether on our health or our financial as well. Okay, so we have to find a balance. It doesn't mean we can only choose one. Okay, I just want to share what I've seen lately, because I'm not sure if there's any football fans here that watch football. All right, especially on EPL. Yesterday, I watched a great match between Liverpool and Chelsea. What happened is that the stadium is full. I noticed the stadium is full of people, and they are not wearing masks, surprisingly. And then when I check back, right, in UK, the cases is 30 over 1,000 still. But I was surprised, why is the people still can go into the stadium and watch a football match without wearing the mask? And what I came to conclusion is that those who are actually attended the match they went to the stadium, actually all of them are fully vaccinated, otherwise they are not allowed to enter to the stadium. So it made me realize that, hey, it's really that time that we really have to live with the a virus already. Okay. Yeah, so as a real estate negotiator also, we need to realize that as well lah. All right, it is not an it's not options or choice that you can only make one lah. Both also you can have it. Okay, just that precaution measure has to be taken into consideration, has to be implemented lah. Okay, now health and safety is wealth too. Okay, it's also money, right? Health is very very important. You can't have business running without health. So to have that, I will share with you the SOP that we developed while we are waiting for the SOP from MIEA, because I know a lot of you has been going for appointments already since that you guys have the MITI letter. So we actually developed a protocol for all our negotiators here, our community here. Okay, I heard someone saying that my audio is a bit soft. Can hear everyone? Yeah, can hear or not? Clear. I hope it's not too soft. I try to speak louder lah. Okay, now for those negotiated, especially for sub-sale agents here, there are a few things you need to do or need to prepare before you go for the appointment. Okay, I know that projects agents are still closing without attending the appointment, without attending a physical appointment. Most of them are doing over Zoom. Sub-sale agents, you guys are also doing Zoom presentation as well. But I know that a lot of you actually affected, because for sub-sale agent especially, you can't go out to have a physical appointment. So what we put out here is that the precaution that you have to do, all right, before you go to your appointment, you have to be prepared. First thing first, all right, as you can see, I've written there, wear double mask and face shield. This is highly recommended by our minister. Okay, Minister of Health. All right. So this will be the SOP for all our negotiator here, right? So make sure you wear double mask lah, all right, and also with the face shield. So don't go for appointment with just a normal mask, okay? As you know, we have this Delta virus. It's faster they spread the virus. It is more powerful virus. So do wear double mask, all right? N95 mask if possible, the first one, and then the inner one you can use the normal mask, okay? All right, and with the face shield as well, that is very, very important. Okay, secondly, in my car I always have hand sanitizer. Make sure you have hand sanitizer with you, yeah. So when you go to meet your clients, you can also spray the hand sanitizer on their hand as well, okay. This also shows that you're professional, you care about them as well, okay. Not just your safety come first, their safety also be prioritized, okay. Now diamond bus or KN94 95, yeah. Well, next one is lambda. I actually I heard of it, but I'm not too sure how strong it is. But precaution has to be taken, okay. Precaution measure has to be taken. All right, always have your hand sanitizer with you, okay. Do not go out without a hand sanitizer, especially the subsidy agents. You go to the property, you do not know, right, who touched the handler before, who touched the keypad before, or maybe the owner passed you the key, or co-agent passed you the key. Make sure you sanitize it. So I would recommend everyone to have a sanitizer spray as well. It's not expensive, yeah. If you go to Lazada or Shopee, if you look for sanitizer spray, it's only about 20-30 ringgit only. That's quite cheap, all right. And it's going to be very useful because we do not know when this COVID will subside, okay. It may take longer than what we expect, so it's a long-term investment, guys. So make sure when you go for appointment, sanitize the keys, all right, the doorknobs, the handler, or even certain surface you know that hey, your client might actually touch the place. Sanitize it, okay. Sanitize it. So bring along the sanitizer when you go for your appointment. I think for sales gallery, for project sales gallery, developer sales gallery, they already have that. But especially for subsidy agents, you have to prepare for that lah, huh? So that is very important. Make sure you have that. Okay. Number 4, very important. I'm sure those here are also consciously aware that avoid of handshake lah. All right, don't practice handshake. All right, now what people do is that put your palm on your heart and then uh, just a small little bow lah. Okay, and also importantly, practice social distancing. All right, don't stay too close with your client. Okay, if you feel like there are a lot of them, maybe sometimes the tenant is there, the owners is there staying, and also your client comes with 2 people, all right. So maybe the space is quite limited, so just let them go in and check out the place and present to them after they come out, okay. Because sometimes the space is too tight and it's not fully ventilated, so you want to try to avoid too many people in one tight space. So let them go in to check out the space first, the place first. Only then you explain to them and do your sales pitch lah. Okay, that is very important. And then and one last thing, which is the last my bad. I think this one should be the first top priority as well. So make sure that all of you are fully vaccinated. Okay. May I ask to the ground, yeah, how many of you are fully vaccinated already? Can you press a 3? Yeah? Can you press a 3? If you are fully vaccinated already, can you press a 3? If you are not, press a 4. All right, let's see. Let's do a quick survey. How, because I check on the recent news, they are saying in Klang Valley almost 80% of the people actually fully vaccinated already. Well, that's very good. Okay, so far Mr. Lim have not, but make sure you are fully vaccinated, then you start go out for appointment law, yeah. Because like I said, business is important, same goes to our health as well. So we want to make sure that we take extra precaution first lah. Okay, and Sadayo also for I think because some of you take AZ, it takes a little bit longer for your second dose. So make sure you have fully dosed, only then you go for appointment. If you only have single dose, do not go out for appointment. Okay. Alternatively, what you can do is to do video conferencing, video call. Okay, it is not necessary to go out for appointment. Of course, I know that there's always a challenge when we can't do a physical presentation, physical appointment. Yeah. Oh, congrats to last three just had their second dose today. Yeah. Yeah, AZ took a little bit longer lah. But like what I said, for all our community here, make sure you are fully vaccinated. Only then you go for appointment. And at the same times, right, before you go for the appointment, before you arrange an appointment with your client, make sure your client also vaccinated already, fully vaccinated. What you can do is that politely ask them to show you the digital certificate. For those who are fully vaccinated, you will be given a digital certificate. Yeah. Later, I'll show you a small example. That will show that you already fully vaccinated. Okay, and ask them to just screenshot and send it to you. Okay, this is a precaution not just to your client and also to yourself as well. All right, you can also send your digital certificate to your clients so that rest assure them that you are fully vaccinated. Okay, same goes to occupants that inside the house as well. If you are arranging appointment with the owners or the tenant for the particular property is occupied, then politely also ask for the digital certificate lah. Because this is to show that we also want to take their safety, their health as our top priority. Okay, all right. Do Caroline was saying also do your 14 days quarantine to safeguard yourself. Yes, yeah. After your dose, right, doesn't mean that you should just go out for appointment straight away. So quarantine yourself for the next 14 days so that let the vaccine fully develop in your body. All right. Only then you go for the appointment. Don't be shy to stay alive. Yes. Okay. All right. Like I mentioned, limited your appointments or non-essential travel. Okay. Always, if there's any possibility, if you think that the deals can close online through video conferencing, through Zoom or Google Meet, by all means do that. Okay, that is the first priority. If really cannot, you feel like the clients want to view the place, is a sub sale, and you have a much better chance if you go for physical appointment, then make sure you take the extra precaution. Okay, make sure the place are well ventilated. What does it mean? Open all the windows. Okay, make sure the airflows are all good. Open the door before the clients come. So make sure that they do not have the chance to touch on all the doorknobs or the handler. Yeah, just give them a reminder lah. Go in, come out without touching anything. That would be the best. Okay, and also try not to go out during this time. We still got 20 over 1,000 cases. When you are fully vaccinated, doesn't mean that you won't kena. You will still kena one. Okay, just that by having this vaccination, you probably will not have to be hospitalized lah. Okay, but still take care of yourself, take care of your family. Do not simply go around. Okay, all right. And also important, if today you are not feeling well, you feel like uh, you feel you doesn't feel right lah. So by all means, stay at home. Okay, for precaution, stay at home. Okay, if you have family members who are not feeling well as well, stay at home also. Okay, because safety come first lah. All right. And lastly, here for all the resident practitioner, I know this is hard because we have been staying at home almost 3 months, and finally we are able to go out already again to fight the battle again. However, if you feel like for the past 3 months during this lockdown period, you are really stressful, you feel like you maybe you have this depressed or whatnot, do reach out to us. Okay, all of us here, all right, including me, Audrey, or to your team leader. Okay, if you feel like you want to talk to someone else, you can talk to us. Feel free, because we are in this ESP platform in a big community. Okay, we are here to help each other lah. Okay, if you feel too shy, you can actually write an email to our email here, hello.espglobal@gmail.com, and then we will respond to you lah. Okay, I also know that there's a plenty of organization out there that provide this mental health support as well. There's helplines as well, so you can check it out. Yeah, so there are few persons you contact with, because during this period of time, I also have agents actually come to me to talk to me. I know this is hard because there's less of human interaction, less of social aspect during this period of time. So people emotionally are affected. Okay, so mental well-being is very important as well, not just physical, but your mental health is also very important. Okay, now this is for the SOP for all our negotiator out there. At the same time, on all our offices, be it in Esprit, CBDs, or Profil, we will practice this as well. Okay, this is the SOP that we are going to implement to all our officers. Okay, so just to rest assured to all our negotiators or agents out there, we want to take your safety and our staff safety at top priority. We are not going to compromise, because especially if our staff, someone is affected by COVID, the whole operations of the back end will be interrupted. That whereby we do not want to have that happen lah. All right, so we take extreme measure. Okay, yeah. So what we are going to do in all our offices is that it is a mandatory to have the temperature screening. All right, those who have uh, body temperature more than 37.5 degrees Celsius are not allowed to enter the premises. Okay, and as usual, I sure that those who will go to other building as well need to do the MySejarah scan, right? Yeah, I hope you guys do really scan lah, because if you guys don't scan not only you will kena saman, the building's owner or the tenant will kena as well one. So make sure you scan the QR code. We will have the QR code ready as usual. We already have that one, okay? And also for those visitors or agents who enter the building, make sure you come with double mask. All right, no double mask, no entry. At during this period of time, I would not encourage our agents to come to office. All right, most of the time, just our staff, because we want to support our negotiator. Okay, our back end need to start operating at full force already. Yeah. However, for our negotiator, any communication can go through WhatsApp, go through call, go through your system. Okay, unless it's something urgent that you really need to come to office, then by all means do so, but make sure you uh, comply with the SOP lah for the officers. All right. And a very important note here, besides of double mask on, very important, all our staff and the visitor or our agents who come to our office has to be fully vaccinated, and also must display lah. You have to show us that you have digital certificate, and also have to shows that you are on the low risk category lah. I'm sure nowadays you go to other buildings, right? They actually check this. They will ask you to show them your profile, show them that they are low risk. For us, we also want to make sure you are fully vaccinated at least 14 days after your final dose, at least after 14 days of your final dose. Okay. As you can see, what is a full vaccination? What is a full vaccination? Basically, for those who take Pfizer, AZ, and Sinovac, you should have 2 doses already. Okay, and it means that full dose means fully vaccination means after 14 days of your final dose. And whereas for those who take CanSino and also Johnson and Johnson, I believe not many people here took, right, for these 2 brands. However, for these 2 brands though, it's only need 1 dose only. But when you consider full vaccination means have to wait 18 days after your vaccination. Okay, so we want to make sure every one of you, not just our agents, us and our staff as well, follow this. All right. And also, when you come into the premises, make sure you disinfect your hands lah. All right. There will be hand sanitizer put on the screening station. Okay. And also, in our office, we will practice regular cleaning. Make sure all our space, our tables, our desks are all clean and tidy. Okay, it's sanitized lah. Okay, and also, um, in our because we are in the office and in a closed space lah, I would say, have to be courteous law. So make sure if you sneeze or cough, make sure you have your tissue or handkerchief ready or not at the exposed area lah. All right. And last but not least, all right, those who feel unwell, not feeling well, please do not come to office. That's for sure. And also, if you happen to be in office, has to immediately seek for medical attention lah. Okay, are we all clear? So this will be the SOP for all our officers. Yeah, we want to standardize. We want to make sure that our peoples, not just our staff, our agents as well, their health, their safety has been taken care of. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, you don't need to be alone in your journey. Okay. Yes, we say that business is important. Okay. Same goes to your health as well. And we are in this big community under ESP. All right. So in this platform, we want to make sure that everyone here aware of the standard operating procedure, the SOP, the protocol, and everyone is being taken care of lah under this platform. Okay. Of course, if you, like I said, if you have any things, you can always talk to us, to our leaders, or whoever you see, like me or Audrey's or Dato Adrian's, Kai. You can talk to us because you are not alone, because we are a big family. All right. There's always a solution one. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Come talk to us. Yes. All right. So you are not alone in this journey. We want to let you know. Okay. Okay. So now let me move on to the next one. I just want to share on the vision of ESP, since that we are talking about ESP already. Yeah. So just share the vision. I think Kai have mentioned this plenty of time. We have been mentioning this plenty of time already. What's the vision of ESP? A global borderless community of tech-enabled agents in solidarity that brings the best of everyone in real estate. Okay. Yeah. So Adrian, Audrey, do you want to share on this a little bit more?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Terrence. So I was looking through the comments, and there was someone that was saying that what if our client is not double dose? Okay, does that mean that we cannot go for appointment? Now, the SOP on the ground for all rents, these are highly recommended for those who are in the respective agency under ESP. Okay, so as what Terrence has shared, there's always this decision between commercial decision and your health safety. Okay, so health is wealth. Yeah, so do make the wise decision from your perspective. And for one simple reason, I was just checking today's numbers is about 20,000. There's always this a bit of a good news. Do you know that the Klang Valley cases has, according to the report I just read, has dropped by 24%. All these percentage are just relative. The numbers are still high. So our concern is this: as a community, we care for your safety. Okay, we are not here to disrupt or to tie your hands. Okay, in your business, because everyone needs to earn a living, and I know this is a very challenging time for all of us. Okay, for all of us, and I don't think that personally for me I've gone through such challenges. in my 20 over years of in real estate. Whatever Asian financial crisis, I can tell you that is so insignificant as compared to this. Yeah. So I would highly recommend for each and everyone to adhere to all the SOPs, and especially the one in the offices as well. Because bear in mind, this is a regulated industry, and we have all obtained our MITI letter, so we do not want anything that would jeopardize that MITI letter and affect the rest of everyone. Okay, we are in the community. Your action will lead to implication for all of us. Yeah. So on one hand, the SOP has been laid out, highly recommended, especially the one in the offices. Okay, as what Terence has said, a global borderless community of tech-enabled agents in solidarity that brings the best of everyone in real estate. So that is the vision of ESP. It's a vision that is not just crafted out of the air. Over the last almost 90 days, each and every one of you is already part of this community. Okay, and there's actually a lot more development as well. By next week, we will launch a new technology as well in terms of education. I myself, I'm highly excited. Okay. So stay tuned in the Solidarity Facebook as well. Also stay tuned in your respective agencies' line of communication. It could be Telegram, it could be WhatsApp. Yeah, times like that, remember, as what Terence said, you need not to be alone. Okay, and if you would like to be alone, that is also a decision that you make. And decide whatever that works best for you. But remember this: why the slide say you need not to be alone? Because you will never be alone if you choose not to be alone. Okay, so do reach out to us as how we are reaching to each and every one of you over the last 80 odd days. I myself is truly amazed that we are online every day 3 p.m. So the next thing is what's next? Okay, what's next? So we are back in business, and are we going to have 3 p.m. every day? And so some of the feedback from the ground is, hey, we'll be all very busy having appointment, collecting checks. So that is a good thumbs up. Okay. There will still be session happening. We will make an announcement. Definitely, not the plan. The fact that it's a community, what is required is we will still continuously reach out to each and every one. Okay, and likewise, when we reach out, it just doesn't mean things are just translating on the ground. Things will have to translate from the ground as well. The easiest way, a lot of people ask me over the last 2 months is, how can I be part of this Solidarity Beyond 2021? How can I be part of the ESP? Engage with us. Embrace this community. Engage with us. Because the world today, okay, more so especially during this pandemic, we cannot be operating alone. Okay, even though you think that you're operating alone, you think for a while you are not alone. Okay, so what we are doing is we wish everyone all the best, and when we are already back in business, take care of your safety. SOP is a very serious matter. Okay, and as what I said, I never phantom that Malaysia will be locked down. Back in 2019 December, I was telling you, I was watching the YouTube Wuhan, and let's not be in a situation where we get affected or our loved one get affected. Then we start coming to realization, because we are already more than a year in the pandemic. So by now, instead of just taking things lightly, more so during this period, it should be the other way around. Okay, and remember, okay, if you do not take care of your safety, whatever deals that you're going to close, it will also never happen. Like what Peng said, get someone to help, then how? Then you split the commission. Okay, so all right. So okay, anything else to add, Terence?
I think there's a question from GS, but I think it's well answered by our other community. He was asking, not sure if it is okay to wear one face mask and face shield. Yeah, the answer is better safe than sorry lah. Two masks is always better than one. So as recommended by Tan Sri Noor Hisham, he is also a professional. All right, so we listen to him, follow his guide. I think everyone will be safe lah. So always, if can, always wear two masks lah with a face shield. Okay. All right. I think just to end this sharing session, allow me to share a motivation video as well, because since the 1st of June, we have been doing this sharing, I think for 90 over days already, right? 90 over days, I think we have about 90 videos so far. So why we are doing this sharing and training to our committee, to our negotiator, uh, because we want to make sure that everyone here is prepared, is ready when the market is open up. All right. And now this is the time. Okay. Is it too late that if you are not ready, if it is it too late already? Is no. The what you can do is to take action now. Lah. Okay. All right. We want to make sure everyone can capitalize on this pent-up demand. If you haven't taken any action already, someone else already taken action. So you do not want to miss out as well. So allow me to share one video, a quick video. I think takes about 3 minutes time. All right. So after that, there will be end our session. Okay.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired?
Can you hear?
Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7-star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. But the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill between. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
It's my time. It's my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. You only got today. It's your dream. If you want to have it, you take one up and make it happen. If you want to have it, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. All right, this is a short video to pump everyone up. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay with us for this 1 hour session. So tomorrow, we have another sharing training session at 3 p.m. as well. Please stay tuned. And yeah, Aldrin said we are ready. Let's fight the battle, because It's not going to be easy. We have to double up, but eventually the returns will be tremendous. Okay, thank you so much once again to everyone here. And for those who are here, do give us a feedback. There's a QR code there. And at the same time, I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. as usual. All right, stay tuned, guys. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.